Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Nikki Newman may be the least of Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins. Abbott's worries once Patty Williams comes back into the picture. Patty's Jack obsession may come roaring back along with a plan to wipe Diane off the map. Y&R fans know Jack's loyalty to Nikki has become an ongoing source of conflict. Diane doesn't like how Jack puts Nikki on a pedestal since she thinks Nikki enables Victor Newman and all his twisted plots. However, Diane and Jack are still a solid couple despite this Nikki issue that keeps coming up. Unfortunately, Jack and Diane may have a far worse source of trouble ahead of them, namely Patty and her potential mental facility escape. It's tough to say exactly what Patty's mental state looks like after all this time, but we know she's got a shocking story arc coming up. Patty will surely do more than eat candy and mutter about kitty cats since they're making the effort to bring her back. With that in mind, perhaps it's time to revisit some love triangle chaos of the past. Jack had an affair with Diane back in the 80s and left poor Patty totally traumatized. Patty miscarried a baby because of Jack's cheating and eventually resorted to shooting him, so there were a lot of strong feelings involved. Of course, Patty remained obsessed with Jack in later storylines involving fake identities and other sneaky plans. It's reasonable to think that Patty's return might put her back in Jack and Diane's orbit eventually. With Maria Copeland most likely gearing up for a mental institution stay of her own, she may run into Patty during her stay. From there, Patty could make her escape and wreak havoc on Genoa City. Patty might get it stuck in her head that she could have Jack back if she just got Diane out of the way. Then again, perhaps Patty could decide to get revenge on Jack too, by eliminating his beloved wife. Either way, Diane may become a target and land in grave danger, so it'll be interesting to see if Patty has a little brain power back and indeed goes after her. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Patty will be on screen again this March, so we'll bring you more news on what the future holds for her character. The winds of trouble are about to sweep through Genoa City once again, and for Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott, Nikki Newman might suddenly feel like the least of their worries. Because whispers from the shadows suggest that Patty Williams is making her long-awaited return, and with her comes a dangerous obsession that could upend everything. Patty's history with Jack is nothing short of explosive. Fans remember how her fixation has always burned fiercely, lingering just beneath the surface, and now, after years of absence, that obsession seems poised to roar back to life. But this time, it's more than just feelings. There's a plan brewing, and it's one that could put Diane directly in the line of fire. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the air in Genoa City is about to crackle with tension. Jack and Nikki's complicated relationship has long been a source of friction, and Diane has always felt the strain. She doesn't like how Jack elevates Nikki, seeing it as a tacit approval of all the chaos Victor Newman stirs in town. Diane believes Nikki enables Victor's twisted schemes, and that belief has cast a shadow over her relationship with Jack. Yet, despite the recurring tension over Nikki, Jack and Diane have remained a solid couple, or at least they fought to be. But now, their loyalty and love might be tested in ways neither of them could foresee. Because lurking on the horizon is a far more sinister threat, Patty Williams, and the possibility of her escape from the mental facility she's been confined to. What state of mind she's in now is anyone's guess, but if Y&R's writers have taught us anything, it's that Patty is never just a passive presence. She doesn't simply wander around muttering to herself or nibbling on candy. When Patty comes back, she comes back with purpose, and chaos is never far behind. To understand what's coming, we need to rewind a little, back to the tangled web of the past. In the 1980s, Jack and Diane shared an affair that shattered Patty in ways she would never forget. The betrayal was monumental. It led to a miscarriage, heartbreak, and a darkness that would consume Patty for years. So intense was her pain that she eventually resorted to shooting Jack, leaving a mark on all their lives that has never truly healed. But even after those years of trauma, Patty's obsession with Jack never fully faded. Fake identities, devious schemes, and covert plans became her way of staying tethered to him even from the shadows. Now, decades later, that obsession may drag her right back into Jack and Diane's orbit. And it's not just them who could feel the tremors of her return. Maria Copeland, who herself might soon face a stay in a mental institution, could cross paths with Patty. And from that encounter, a spark of chaos could ignite one that threatens to shake Genoa City to its core. Patty's motivations are never simple. Could she convince herself that she can have Jack if Diane is out of the way? Or will her vengeance target them both, aiming directly at Jack and his beloved wife? Diane, in particular, could find herself in grave danger as Patty's schemes take shape, and the tension between love, obsession, and revenge promises to make every scene electric. As fans brace for her return, the question looms, has Patty regained enough of her cunning to truly act on her darker impulses? Or will the ghosts of the past resurface to torment her in unexpected ways? The answer, YNR spoilers hint, will unfold on screen this March, bringing back one of Genoa City's most dangerous and unpredictable figures. One thing is certain, when Patty Williams returns, nothing will be the same. Old wounds will reopen, alliances will be tested, and Jack and Diane may find themselves navigating a storm that could destroy everything they fought to build. Genoa City has seen chaos before, but this feels different. Dangerous, personal, and utterly impossible to ignore. The countdown to Patty's return has begun, and fans everywhere are holding their breath. Every glance, every whispered secret, every lingering look could be a harbinger of what's to come. For Jack, Diane, and even Nikki, the past is no longer behind them. It's hurtling back with a vengeance, and Genoa City may never be the same again. As Genoa City holds its breath, the first signs of Patty's return begin to ripple through the lives of those closest to her. Jack Abbott, once the center of her world, is blissfully unaware of the storm about to descend. Diane, ever perceptive yet caught in the comfort of her relationship with Jack, senses only a vague unease, the kind of subtle tension that whispers of trouble lurking just beyond the horizon. But Patty is not subtle. She never has been. Every move she makes carries the weight of past obsession and the sharp edge of a calculated mind, even after all these years. Memories of betrayal, heartbreak, and unfinished business fuel her actions, and nothing, not time, not distance, has dulled her focus on Jack. The idea of him being happy with Diane or with anyone is a trigger. It ignites a fire she can't ignore. And Diane, for all her strength and intelligence, may be the first to truly feel the danger. While Jack's loyalty to her has always been unwavering, Diane has long struggled with the shadow of Nikki and Victor's manipulations. Now, with Patty back, Diane could find herself the target of a much darker threat, a woman whose past pain has been twisted into a vendetta that is both personal and terrifying. The return of Patty isn't just a visit, it's a seismic event. Fans know her for her unpredictable nature, the way she can pivot from vulnerability to menace in an instant. One moment she's a fragile figure lost in her own mind, and the next she's a force of reckoning. This duality is what makes her so dangerous, and it's what makes her return impossible to ignore. Maria Copeland, a younger generation caught up in her own mental health struggles, may unintentionally become a key piece in Patty's plan. If the two cross paths during Maria's possible institutional stay, Patty's escape could become inevitable. The corridors of the mental facility, once thought to contain her, could instead serve as the launching point for chaos, weaving new stories of fear, manipulation, and danger into the already tense tapestry of Genoa City life. And then comes the question every fan is asking, what will Patty do first? Will her obsession with Jack drive her to eliminate Diane, believing that the path to him lies through destruction? Or will her thirst for revenge also target Jack himself, punishing him for past betrayals and reigniting old wounds in ways that no one is prepared for? Every choice Patty makes carries weight. Every glance could conceal a hidden plan, and every scene promises to teeter on the edge of disaster. The tension between the characters is electric. Jack, torn between past and present, between loyalty and fear, may have to confront the consequences of his own actions in a way he never has before. Diane, strong yet vulnerable, will need every ounce of courage to navigate the treacherous path Patty may carve. And even Nikki, whose presence has long been a point of contention, could find herself swept up in the unfolding drama, forced to reckon with past rivalries and current dangers. For viewers, the drama is palpable, the kind of storytelling that grips the heart and refuses to let go. Every scene has the potential for shock, heartbreak, or revelation. Every moment is charged with emotional intensity, whether it's a heated argument, a tense confrontation, or a quiet, uneasy glance that hints at secrets just beneath the surface. And as March approaches, one thing is clear: Patty Williams is back, and she is coming for more than attention. She's coming for resolution, for vengeance, for control, and in doing so, she may leave a trail of heartbreak and fear in her wake. Genoa City may have survived countless scandals, betrayals, and dangerous affairs, but Patty's return is different. This is personal. This is relentless. This is a storm that refuses to be ignored. So brace yourselves. Jack, Diane, and everyone in between may have thought they could control the narrative of their lives, but Patty's arrival reminds us all of a hard truth: the past is never truly gone. It waits in the shadows, it festers, it waits for the right moment, and when it strikes, it can change everything. When Patty re-emerges onto the streets of Genoa City, hearts will race, alliances will fracture, and love will be tested like never before. The tension will be suffocating, the stakes unbearable, and the drama unforgettable. The countdown to Patty's full return has begun, and Y&R fans can expect a roller coaster of obsession, revenge, and emotional upheaval. One thing is certain: Genoa City is about to feel the weight of its past collide with its present, and Patty Williams will be the catalyst. For Jack, Diane, Nikki, and even Mariah, the journey ahead is uncertain, dangerous, and utterly riveting. Because in this city, love and obsession are never far apart, and when they collide, the results are nothing short of explosive. The city sleeps, or at least it pretends to. But in Genoa City, calm is always an illusion. Behind the glossy facades, behind the laughter and the evening cocktails, danger is waiting. And this time, it's coming in the form of one woman, Patty Williams. Jack Abbott has spent years trying to balance love and loyalty, passion and pragmatism. Diane Jenkins has stood by him through scandals, betrayals, and the relentless shadow of Nikki Newman. But even their strongest defenses may not be enough. Because Patty isn't just returning, she's coming with a purpose, and her mind is a labyrinth of obsession and pain, of love turned into something dangerously unhinged. Imagine Jack, unaware, caught in the quiet of his office at Jabot. The city lights outside his window flicker like distant warnings. He doesn't hear the past creeping back, doesn't see the storm forming, not yet. Diane, on the other hand, senses it. There's a tension in the air, a prickling on her skin, the kind you can't explain but can't ignore. She's studied the patterns, she's seen the warnings before, and she knows trouble when it's brewing. And trouble in Genoa City has a name: Patty. It's impossible to forget the history between these three. The 1980s affair, the miscarriage, the betrayal that left Patty fractured, all of it shaped the woman she is today. Trauma and obsession wrapped together in a single volatile package. She didn't just love Jack, she consumed him in her mind, and for years she's been waiting, scheming, planning. That intensity hasn't faded. In fact, absence has only sharpened it. Fans remember her extremes, the fake identities, the shocking stunts, the quiet manipulations that exploded into chaos. Patty has always been unpredictable, but she's also terrifyingly calculated when she wants to be. And now she may see a path open in front of her, Jack, Diane, and the space between them, which she might think she can exploit. Maria Copeland's upcoming mental institution storyline could be the key that unlocks Patty's freedom. Picture it, two volatile, brilliant, unstable minds under one roof. Even in silence, the tension would be palpable. And once Patty escapes, and she almost certainly will, Genoa City streets will be her chessboard. Jack and Diane, they could become her pawns, her targets, or even, in the worst-case scenario, her victims. The thought of Diane in danger is almost unbearable. Diane, strong, smart, compassionate, yet now facing a threat born from decades-old obsession. Patty's plan could be surgical in its cruelty, driven not just by desire but by vengeance. And Jack, he may finally confront the full weight of his past actions, realizing that love and betrayal are never really separate in this city. Imagine a scene, Patty, silent and watchful, eyes glinting with a mixture of longing and calculation, moving through the halls of her new environment. Each glance at Jack is loaded with history, each whisper of Diane's name sharp as a knife. Then, in a fleeting second, her mind clicks, the plan forms. A step closer, a chance to rewrite the past, no matter the cost. The emotional stakes are colossal. Diane's fear isn't just about physical danger, it's the terror of someone twisting your history, your love, your life against you. Jack's conflict isn't just about protecting Diane, it's about confronting the consequences of his choices, the ones he thought he left behind decades ago. And Patty, her obsession has matured into something chilling, a storm waiting to break. Even Nikki Newman, the long-time anchor in Jack's life, may be swept into the chaos. Her presence, her history with Jack and Victor, her constant, stabilizing influence, all of it could be tested as Patty moves closer to her goal. Old rivalries flare, old wounds reopen, and alliances become fragile under the weight of fear and obsession. The drama is palpable. Every scene will carry tension, every glance, every word, every silence loaded with the possibility of betrayal. Genoa City has faced schemers, manipulators, and obsessed lovers before, but Patty's return promises a perfect storm of emotional intensity. It's not just about what she does, it's about the psychological weight she brings, the fear and suspense she casts over every character she touches. And this is why fans are holding their breath. Because Patty Williams is not just a threat, she is a force. She's a reminder that the past is never really gone, that unresolved pain can fester into obsession, and that love and vengeance are sometimes two sides of the same coin. March can't come soon enough. Jack and Diane must navigate a city teetering on the edge of chaos, with Patty's shadow looming over every decision. The past collides with the present, and every moment is a ticking clock toward a confrontation that could change everything. In Genoa City, love has always been complicated, betrayal inevitable, but with Patty Williams returning, obsession will become tangible, revenge will become real, and hearts will be tested in ways they never imagined. One woman, one dangerous mind, and a city about to realize that some stories never really end, they only wait for the perfect moment to explode. Because when obsession meets opportunity, when past wounds are reopened, and when love and vengeance collide, Genoa City will never be the same. And viewers, they'll be on the edge of their seats, every heartbeat sinking with the unfolding storm, every scene a step closer to an explosive, unforgettable reckoning.